Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Whoops. Sorry. I think that's right. I think that's good enough. I think audio is working. So, just gonna carry on. Got a little more time. Ship some open source. We're pretty close. We're on, as usual, I'm on a depth first little exploration here of my to-do list. But we're at this major step. I don't prep anything offline before I click record here. So what I would have done is learned more about these reducers for LangGraph. Yeah. I think it receives an A and a B. Like object. So let's do this. I know what I want to do. I want to say result equals none. Right. All right. And what I'm going to do? No, let's do this. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. The point is I'm gonna poke this value in the debugger, and I'm gonna set the result to various things, and this thing's gonna work. So what's going on in my diff, in my Git? Is there anything else? State. That's my experiment. Either process tool must return bool. Right. All right, I'm not gonna check anything in yet. All right, so let's go. The coffee is really gross today. Yeah, that's really gross. Okay, awesome. So, right, so if I log it out, it's initialized an object. Let me actually, I'm going to log again when it initializes this interview object here. I'm going to log again. Init. Yeah, here it is. It's going to be like this. Init. Cool. Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. So I might see different class names in the log. That's the idea. That would actually put me at ease. I would understand things a little. So notable numbers initializes. An interview object initialized. I was right. Good. I bet it's this very object. Yeah. I could log it out, but I bet it's this very object. Do I want to log it out and go there? No, let's keep going. So for some reason, it's instantiated the base class. I imagine because, you know, I sort of said it would. So it's instantiated like an empty one, I imagine. And it said no keyword args. Yeah, it instantiated it here being the, I don't know which part of LangGraph. I don't think the checkpointer. I don't know, the thing that sets up this state. So the point is, so one big thing with reducers is, could it go BA? Could it ever go BA? So I guess, oh, right. I remember what I wanted. I wanted to say if it is, if it, let me think, if one is an interview object and the other is a subclass, I think that's the point. If so, the point is like, a strict, is that what it's called? Strict subclass? Return B. So let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, is that what I want? Now, I don't know if I need to write code to handle this case. I'm still kind of feeling out what would this reducer do. So far, all I've seen, in fact, I want to log it. Print, reduce. Let's do this. No. So, reduce, right? And what do I want to reduce? Yeah, exactly. The type of A and the type of B. Yes. Yeah. I know what I'll do. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, so my reduction. So here's A coming in and B. So then I want to break here. Why am I printing? What is this? And I need to get the logic. I need to get the other logic as well, but why? So, well, let me break just before it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Go. Cool, thank you. So we're reducing this interview object, yes indeed, with this notable numbers object. So let's look at that. So is instance a interview. I feel like this is wrong. I feel like that's wrong because B, it should be that A is, it should be more like this, A dot underscore underscore class is interview. I feel like it should be that. I'm going to do that. I don't know. Okay. And then is subclass, is that right? Type of B is subclass. I mean, wouldn't is instance just work? Oh, I know. Okay, I don't really know the Python arcana, but I could work it out from so I could say like B strict B subclass. It's is instance B of interview. So B is an interview and B dot underscore class. Exactly. That's how I understand it. Exactly. That's how I understand it. I'm just going to keep doing this. I don't know. I'm still feeling it out. I don't know if this is dumb or smart yet. So then the logic would then be something more like if A dot underscore class is interview, yes. Yeah, exactly. If A is the base class and B is a subclass, is that how much I care? Then the point is B always wins. Like more, what am I trying to say? like more specific subclass specificity, the rule of specificity. Oh, you know, what'd be interesting would be to just say always instead of saying interview. It'd be more like this, a type. And so instead of having to say interview, you could say a subclass equals no. It would be A would be an instance of B's type, but A's type would not be B's type. I think that's how that works. And let's see if it finishes the no. And A type is not B type. I think that's how that works. Right? So that's generic. So the point is A is a B type, but A and B are not the same type. I think that's right. For B to be a subclass, you would say that B is an A type. But and the B type is not the A type. Kind of want to make it like that. I don't know why. Okay. Let's do that. So then the point is if it's so the B subclass has already established that they're not the same type. So if I just say if a subclass like that, subclass reduced to subclass. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Return A. Exactly. Exactly. If B, same thing. Let's just be not dry just for a second. I think that kind of works. Now, and then I don't know any other case. I think that's going to work. Foo, return B. Foo is here. Let me turn off the debugger or the breakpoint. So then there's some results. Oh, result is none. Result equals A. That's the point. What is that? Result equals none. We're reducing. Yeah, result equals none. Here. Here, very top. Okay. Result. So is this elif? Let's just do that. Whoops. Elif. We'll do that. That's fine. I guess I could say else. No, I won't. Okay, so then if it's none, we're going to throw. And then as usual, I'm going to break there. We're going to log it. It's already logged. So that's fine. Go. Come on. So good. What is this? Stream? Okay. Maybe I reduced a none. Reduce. We're going to the subclass. Wonderful. So the subclass 1. So that worked. And then there's another initialize. I feel like I do want to log out that. Let me do this real quick. When this thing initializes, this is the inner init. Wait, where's that log? Initialize. What is that log? It's this. Oh, it's the initialized node. Wait, didn't I have a language for that? Oh, and that initialize is returning this empty object. That's cool. Let's see if that works. Why is it hanging up? Let's see. How's the audio? Yep. Oh, and that it's working. So is this good? Because did I return a none for some reason that I want? So this is the reduced result. I wanted to. Yes, you know what I'm gonna do? Is this like a repr? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in my initialized node. I want to see that object. Yes, 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 yes. So in my initialize node, that's cool. The initialize node is finally useful for the first time in its life. Where'd it go? Come here, initialize node. Come here, initialize node. Thank you. So instead of this, whoops, we're gonna do bang R. I think that'll work. So that'll make it log out its little memory, its memory address. That's all I really need. Right. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Same one. So my reducer returned given this interview object. Now I wonder what it would have done otherwise. Let me see if I can like break. I know what I want to do. What is this stream? I returned an object. I don't see what's the problem. This is an object. None. If it is interrupt. Interviewer 396 in Go. Right. Okay, so where's my error? This user input. Oh, is that user input in none for some reason? Interviewer.go. No. Okay, let me go read that. Interviewer line 396. Let me go read that. Oh, here we are. Right here. Is it here? Oh. Event.values. Let's log that out. And let's log it out and break there. All right, let's go. So the value is none. So this event initialize is set to none. Oh. For object and value, interrupts.append. Okay, right. This is. So this event, for some reason, this value, let me log it out. It's a none. Is that correct or incorrect? I wonder, I bet it has to do with me not returning that state. I don't know. Event.values. Let me look at that event. We'll see. Event. Here it is. Yeah, initialize values. I don't like it. Yeah, look, value. It looks like it's the state values, right? Event.values. It looks like that's the state values graph stream. Okay, I think I'm just gonna not, let me return back to this, I don't want to run, this is what I was saying. Don't do two experiments at the same time. Don't make two changes at the same time. So I'm gonna go back to, that was the initialized node. Yeah. So this initialized node, I'm gonna return the state. Maybe something's changed in LangGraph, or maybe I still have an error. I don't know. I could break on that and go and see where it returns. Yeah, I feel like all the demos, right? All these LangGraph demos. All these LangGraph demos were returning state, weren't they? Human assistance. Well, let me think. So there's a tool node, there's a chatbot node. Actually not. But that's good to know. I actually did. I don't know why I started returning that state. Is it just like React, like bad React habits? You know, is that even right? Yeah, I think in React you just return the whole state if you want, no problem. Okay. Messages. Let's see, customize the state. Are there any more nodes that run? Human assistance, that's a tool. Messages. Well, that's a whole state though. Don't care. All right. Time travel. Rewind. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay. State history. Really cool. That's cool. Oh, that's neat. This could help me debug my stuff actually. For state and graph.get state history with a config, the number of messages. State.values for state in. So get state history is just a iterable. There's a certain number of messages. That's this state. State.values. And then the next. Oh, interesting. It's just a tuple. Cool. Or is it the like, well, start. Oh, I see start. Oh, it's printing it backwards. Okay, fine. State.next. Cool. This would be fun. If the length, we're somewhat arbitrary selecting specific state. If the message is, then this to replay. I see. Okay. Number of messages, 876. Weird. Oh, I see. This is standing in for like any other logic you want. The point is you're iterating like it's for state in the state history. So then if you like it, you just take that to, oh, I know. And then you just go and plug that into subsequent calls, whatever. Right, stream or whatever, to replay.config. Oh, nice. So there's its config. Awesome. Where else? Yeah, to replay. Yeah, .config, whatever. The checkpoint ID. Cool. It's going to have a checkpoint ID. Oh, neat. Yes, that's cool. Okay. So if I get really in trouble, I think I could go check this state history stuff on my side without going. But I think to some extent the Langsmith tracer is helping me already. Okay, so what am I doing? Let's get back to some code. So we're initializing notable numbers. Oh, I wanted to see who's the caller. So if I return up, right, it's this invoke arguments is, I think, empty. Oh no, it's not. 0. So the first argument is a dictionary. Okay. With, looks like an initial state in there. Whoa, Alice roll, bound method. Oh yeah, yeah. It's my interview object, of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Config. Fine. Input fine. Okay. Great. Messages, interview. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that is the state. What is this function? Initialize. Yep. Okay, so it's just passing in the state there. I imagine it built it all up that way. So that's the return object then, right? What I want to see is, okay. Yeah. Let's keep going and see how does this returned object. So is this the input object? Is that what's about to happen? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's messages as an empty list, and then there's this interview object, A630. And that's because I've returned the entire state already. Back in my interviewer, I'm returning the entire state again. Mm-hmm. So let's go up again. Mm-hmm. What is this? Run with retry. Run with retry. And then we're going to commit. So what is this T object here? Executable task. Does it have a state associated with it? Writer writes. Initialize. Cool. ID. Cool. Proc. Okay. Neat. Wow. What is all this? Pre-gel runner. Cool. Tick. Nice. Okay. All right. Why do I care? Why do I care? The point was just like, I wanted to just see it, check for if there's ever any other state with loop.tick. Yeah, from output, something like that. Let's see. For underscore and runner.tick. Task.values, timeout, get rater. Let's step over. Yeah, loop after tick. No, let's step out. Okay. So we're merging. So now we're merging two numbers of the same type. These notable numbers. I think I know what I'm gonna do, right? For one thing, we're just gonna do like this, right? If not is instance. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oops, stop it. Interview. Right. Mm-hmm. Same thing with B. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Cool. So I think I'm bold enough to remove this code. That's fun. That's cool. We're reducing. Oh, let's log before we start throwing. Just because that's kind of temporary. That's temporary code. Okay. Next. Let me stop it. So if we need to... Let's I'm going to stop printing. Yeah. All it's doing is to make it easier to log. Right, to log that result. That's fine. So if result is none, we could do else. So we could say, okay, so one thing, let me think. For the moment, yeah, I know. I'm going to say else if exactly, but it's is not, right? So they can be different, but one needs to be the subclass. And if I say, well, they're not subclasses of each other, but they're still different types, I'm going to throw. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to throw. Come on. Thank you. Right. Cannot reduce interview type. Let's just do that. Cool. So now I know they're the same type. I think this logic is going to change to do if and when, like changing the model in flight works. So I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Is my audio working? If and when. Oh, hello. Someone messaged me. Sorry, picking up from the earlier stream. The answer is I'm building a tool to interview people, to just have a conversation with them, and to gather key bits of information along the way. And it's for developers to use to build conversational systems that gather information, like creating your character in Dungeons and Dragons, or filing a help desk ticket, or anything like that. That's what I'm building. It's almost ready to actually ship. In fact, I'm working on, I believe, the last kind of major bug or gap that makes it ready for LangGraph, which is this last sort of difficult thing. I think I need to write my own code to allow updates to my data model. Potentially like asynchronously to merge two data models, to merge two of these interview objects. And so if one is more specific, it wins. If another is more specific, it wins. If they're not the same type, but they're not, in other words, if they're siblings and not ancestors, we're going to throw. And so at this point, they must be, A and B are, yeah, exactly, are the same type. So now I'm confident enough to what do I want to do? So what would be nice would be to just diff. Let me see. Oh dear, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit this to, let me raise again. Okay, we'll do that. Result. Oh, I set result to none up there. Yeah, so that's fine. Fine. I'm going to save this and go make Claude Code do it for me. Don't know why. Let's see. I'm going to check it all in so that Claude Code can't. Oh, what is it? Why is it always doing this weird stuff? I don't get it. Okay. That's That's my whole, right. That's my base class. What, we're just logging something? Yeah, that's good. Increase logging. All right, what else? Yeah, this massive, okay. Experimenting, yeah. Unfinished experiment with reducers. And what else is this? Yeah, fine. Whatever. Okay, so with it all checked into Git, now I'm gonna run Claude. Oh, hold on, ignore. I think it's time. Okay. All right. So now I can press Control D, and not kill myself, not kill my editor Claude. Okay, so off we go. So update. Okay, so we'll go into planning mode. Chat field. To implement that final else case. Oh, yeah, to update else case in the foo, what is it called? Reducer. Import. What I want to do is compute a diff. That's the point. It should compute the diff between A and B. Right? It should compute the diff between A. Wait a second. A dot underscore chat field. Yeah. What is in fact, I'm going to keep telling it something. Possibly, I want to detect any changes to the data model. Well, let's just let it go. Ready, set, go. Coffee. Cool. I bet it knows a good diffing library. Yeah, you'll find it. Thank you. Yeah, deep diff. Here we go. Differ. Okay. Exactly. Hold on. It's a dictionary containing the interview metadata and field. Yes, exactly. When we need to compute the diff between two interview instances of the same type, we need to find what fields have changed. For computing diffs between dictionaries, here are some good. Yeah, exactly. So I wrote one of these in JavaScript many years ago. Most comprehensive and popular choice, deep diff, provides detailed diff information, including added, removed, and changed values, nested structure. Yeah. Lightweight alternative, list. JSON diff. JSON diff. Deep diff. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Human readable output. That's awesome. Let's do deep diff. So I'll update the foo reducer. Import deep diff, update the else clause using deep diff, merge the changes. So no, keep planning. At this point, yes on deep diff, but also merge the changes. What B over A for now. We're gonna raise an exception. Oh, requirements text. That's fine. Okay. Add an import. Yes. Thank you. Update the else clause. Yes. 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 Do it. Thank you so much. I'm glad I asked. Gallivanting. We're gallivanting. Okay. We're gallivanting. Whoops. Oh, did I just delete that off my thing? Let's see if I can bring it back. Let's see if I can bring that back. What is that, my tree? Oh, no, Visual Studio Code. This is all working? Yep. No, I want my file tree. That's fine. So, I think that's going to stick if I change it. Open editors is all gone. Don't care anymore. How can I get rid of it? Search. Oh, cool. Good. So if I delete this. Okay. And then if I search, for example, for, actually, let me do that. Just restart this. I don't know if that's going to help. Wait, do it. Done. Yeah, let's see what's stuck from all this disastrous stuff. Everything. Okay, that's fine. So I want my dang tree. Oh, I know what I'll do. Can I do it this way? I don't want to have to go into a setting. Oh, VS Code, of course. What is it? Source control, run and debug. Show in command palette view, toggle or show. Whoa. I think that's correct, right? Yes, thank you. Not helpful. What is it called? What are these things called? Open editors, activity. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do a crash course on VS Code. Let me see. File settings. Nope. Oh, let's see. Nope. Oh, what is it? Yeah, VS Code here. Extensions. Whoa. I don't think it has anything to do with these extensions, though. Let's do this. If I just pull up a diff, right? Yeah. Let's see, workbench. Appearance, activity bar. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna force myself to learn all this. Let me just breathe and force myself to learn this. All right. Color theme. Let me see if Claude knows. What is it called? Let's see. Like tools in what am I? File tree browser. See if Claude Code can get me out of this. Stupid. Activity bar. Control Shift E. Control Shift E. That's not it. Close the settings. Yep, deep diff, thank you. Control Shift E. That's doing nothing. Quick fix, Windows Linux. To open the Explorer view. Oh yeah, Explorer. To get it back, Control Shift E. Let's just do this. Explorer. Collapse folders in Explorer. Refresh Explorer. Ah, here it is. Can I bring that? Got it. Oh, okay. I understand a little bit. So for some reason, these objects can then become children inside each other. Okay, whatever. Cool. So I got my Explorer. I see. And then in the debugger, the outline. Oh yeah, I want the outline. Can I move the outline into my Explorer? Is that the point? Okay, I don't care. I don't want that outline then. Never did. Okay, I'll fix that later. That's good enough to go. So we're gonna go. Yep, interviewer, off we go. So it's made some changes. Let's go read them now that we're somewhat back. Okay, so it's imported deep diff. And then here, it just runs a diff. Yep. And, oh, nice. Perfect. Okay, good. Very simple. Very simple. So let's just go read that. Oh, look at my nice big tree. Okay, so deep diff. So what am I going to do? I think that's fine. Identical. Identical, like, yeah, identical. Let's just say A type and B type. That's it. Cool. And then we'll break if they're different in any way. And then we're going to see that diff object. That's going to be fun. That's going to be super fun. Save it. Go. Come on, Schwartz. Let's drink some coffee. Cool. Fine. Stop it. So I should be able to do like this. Pip install pip. Wait. Yeah, pip install -e dot. I should be able to redo that. And it should be a dependency of this package. So it's easily. So there's deep diff. Wonderful. So we'll hit F5. F5. All right. And so why are we breaking here? I don't care anymore. Go. All right. Anything wrong? New conversation. Interview init. So that's an interview init. Yep. My reducer, I think, hasn't run yet. Why is this also a breakpoint? I don't care. Ah, here we go. We're reducing. Yikes. Route think. Okay. So we're reducing, right? I mean, it kind of makes sense. Why return the state if you also can modify the state, right? That's weird because the caller, your caller passed that to you. They've got that state already. So that's, I think maybe that is, maybe I do have a bug, but fine. So we're reducing. So since these are the same class, exactly. we're just going to return basically one of them, identical class. Oh, and let's see, the reducer. Let me actually name the function. The time has come to name the function foo. So let's say merge interviews. That's the point. That's the point. Oh, and in fact, I think I can do that. Hopefully that, and then what? It's going to return like, it's going to return an interview. Let's try that. Cool. I'm not a big typing guy, but so by merging these interviews, the point though is, let's see, identical instances. Yeah. So these are identical. Of numbers and numbers. So I'm not gonna log it anymore. Yeah, I will. Let's do this. Put it there. Put it there like that. Yep. So if they're identical, we're not doing that. Okay, fine. And then it should throw on that, it should catch on that not implement. Let me rerun. Just move my code around a little bit. Uh-oh, what's annotated? Oh, right, so then I renamed it. So then instead of foo, it's, stop it. It's merge interviews. Thank you. Save it, go. Merge interviews. Oh, I forgot I'm off video. Oh, right. I was like slowing down to stop and I forget. So good. So this is kind of working. Nothing's either. I guess I could look through the logs. Oh, I disabled one of them, but so far, basically no data has arrived yet. So let me say 23 and see what happens. I hope this runs. I hope it breaks. This is process tool input. Aha, of course. Tool input would have to run before any data gets stored to the checkpointer as state. That's the point. The process tool input is what takes LLM, LLM input, LLM opinion, and places it into the state. That's exactly its job. In fact, I'm going to write that down. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point. Okay. So now what we're going to do, so we get the interview object. So this might not matter if I think I can kind of get a little sloppy with this, getting the interview object out of the state, because the point is the reducer is going to make the useful information persist and and stick and evolve into all of these states. I think that's the whole point of the thing. So you could in principle process 10 fields all in parallel and then have 10 updates to the state, and in principle this thing could merge it all back together. That's exactly what this thing's trying to, that's exactly what LangGraph is trying to do. So in this case, what's the tool input though? Oh, I said 23. I said 23. The keyword arguments is what's come from the variables. I want to move for me. This seems weird. No. Why can I not like whatever. Let me do this. So the keyword arguments came from the LLM. That's pretty cool. I was complaining that it made my object. Why not dictionary? But the point is, I took a ton of trouble to say exactly what is a well-formed, bit of feedback from the LLM. It's not as simple as just, convert into float or something. So that's awesome. I love that. So then the update is favorite here. And we're processing. Oh, I think I know. I think you update. I think I know. I think the answer is this processor has no bugs. It's allowed to just simply modify the interview object in the state. Ooh, I almost wish. Do I need that state for anything else? State. I don't know if it's helpful. I think I'm going to do it. I don't know why. State. So this whole thing, all it does is do a, use the interview object. So I'm going to make it actually just require the interview object, and then we're not going to get it out of the state. So there's the interview object. We can get a chat field, totally. And then that's it. No, we're done. Do I even want to like print or log anything when we're done? No, I don't. No, I don't. If it's none, continue. I kind of like... Let's just tighten it up just for fun. I don't know. Is that better? No, I don't like it. Okay. Override old field. I think this is totally fine. So what that means is this process tool input. Let's go see. Right, it's here. Right, we need to like break here, right? So it's either success. So any exception is an error. Otherwise, it's a success. I think maybe this code is correct too. I think the updates to the state is only there's a tool message response, and also there's a potentially a new interview object. Let's see, new interview. Yes. Yeah, let me pass that in. Okay. Oh, wait, no. I remember. I changed my wrapper, right? Def process tool. Yeah, process tool input. That takes an interview object now, not a state. So this interview object, So when we wrap, there's the state. Yeah, interview, there it is. We just get it like that. And then we pass it in here like that. And then if it throws, it's fine. So then this new interview, we don't care. Good, this is a little cleaner. New messages. Cool. Either process tool input must return bool, whether there was a change or detected here. Yeah, I'm about to go detect a change in the, oh God. I'm about to go detect a change in the reducer. The big one is overwrites. Yeah. The big one is overwrites. Maybe I have no idea if I'm guaranteed a particular order. Like B always comes after A, like B should always override A. I'm gonna have to go find out. So I think this works too. So there's gonna be 2 updates. I think instead of new, this is interview. Whoops. New messages. Interview. So that's gonna be enough to make it to send it to my reducer, I believe. So let's go. I'm bored. Let's go. That's super bad coffee. Okay. So, I'm gonna, I just said something. I'm gonna try 2 things at the same time to try to go fast. Sometimes it explodes in your face. I'm going to try to prompt it real quick. Where was that? That was it when I defined that big schema. Yeah. In the interviewer, when I defined that big schema. Yeah, the tool call schema. This field definition. No. It's the master schema. The Bob field name interview. The field names here. Whoops. Why is it doing that? Oh. Interview self.interview.underscore fields. Oh. This may need some work. Tool call arg schema. Those are injected. And then everything else is keyword args, which is to say, so here's my field definitions. Casts. There's the field names. Yeah, the tool name here. Where is that used? It's wrapped there. There's the tool description. Aha. I know what I want to do. I think if I prompt this thing, if I do like this, and I tell it, never run 2 at the same time. The Bob. Self.interview. Yeah. That should go like here. The Alice, the Bob. Thank you. So then the point is if I go, stop, go, about the record valid information stated by the Bob. About the interview. So what I could do is do kind of something like this. Like always call this tool with only at most 1 field at a time, right? Never. Right? Let me just say even more, right? To record multiple. Yes, exactly. I think if I prompt it this way, that might make it trigger my bug quite easily, or at least more frequently, at least frequently enough to catch it. So I'm going to try that too. So now we're running 2 experiments at the same time. Love 23, but dislike 11, right? Okay. Some other kind of error. What is this error? I'm annoyed. I feel like I want to restart my dang IDE again. It won't let me resize these windows. I don't know if I've messed something up. Okay. So, but I think this is my breakpoint. I think as usual, it's not showing me or something. Oh wait, no, it threw an exception. That's the point. So there's what is that? Favorite field required what now? Validation error? Favorite Excuse me? I'm gonna let it continue. Maybe it'll log it out. 400. Tool must be a response to a preceding. Oh. Oh. I wonder if the messages. I wonder if I need that messages, helper now. I don't know. Okay, let me keep thinking. So what are we reading here? Oh my God. What is this? Hold on. So what? All right, so it's this 400, but it's throwing because, let's see. Message role tool must be responsive proceeding. Right. Tool calls. Right. Code is none. Okay. And why? Did I throw some exception already? Wait, error. Please fix your mistakes. Wait, what? Oh, Pydantic. Whoa, what? Least favorite. There's like a validation error, yeah. What? There's like a validation error? Why? Messages already exist. Continue conversation. What? Route think edge. And there's my interview object. We're routing to tools. This is the state. Okay, let's go catch that route to tools. Yeah, let's go catch that. We're moving forward, but I'm just basically groping my way through learning this system. Okay, we're routing to tools. So what do we have? Hold on, let me stop. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. Code it back. Bring it back. No. Pop D. Yeah. Bring it back. Let me just see if that works. F. I don't know if it's this one. Don't care. I think it creates a new one. Yeah, it does. Okay. Whatever. Please. It's also like not letting me resize. It's driving me crazy. Watch points. NPM scripts? Nobody wants that. Look, now I can resize. What? Okay. All right. It's all resizable now. Okay. All right. So back to the tests. Okay. So we're going to route to the tools. So at this point, here's some state. We have a queue of messages or whatever, and we have an interview object. This interview object is going to have a chat. Yeah, here. This is all the metadata. And here are all the fields. And favorite is defined here with no value defined yet. Least favorite has no value defined. So that's like an empty object. So we're going to proceed. Okay, invalid. Where did it throw? Error code 400. Let's see. So the tool message is returning back llm.invoke. Maybe it shouldn't invoke if the tool message doesn't say success. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. So if, right, it's the tool message, right? Where's that tool message? Right, if it's a tool message. So maybe there's more logic here in this tool message, right? So if it's a tool message, I think the point is like, do you even want to keep that message in the... Yeah, I know. I think the tool message kind of has to say success. It's not clear to me that like crashing and pushing that up into that LangGraph operation is helping. So I think all tool messages kind of have to say success. If it was called with proper like parameters or something, I think that's my conclusion. So logging out that error message, but oh yeah, and then where did it make that tool message? Right? Here. The ID should be working. Or is it, to my knowledge, the tool call ID is passed in here. We make a tool message, there's an ID, and there can be success or not. What is this? Oh yeah, that definitely works. That's cool. Awesome. Cleaning it up. So now what? Holy moly, there's a bunch of line noise in there. Let me back up and start again. I'm going to simplify things and just say 23. Oh, let me turn on the light, and then I can think I can turn myself on. I think I can turn myself on. Whoops. Zoom etiquette. Is it relative? I think it looks fine, right? Okay. Audio? Yep. Okay. Try to finish this disgusting coffee. Okay, gross. Okay. I don't believe, hold on, I don't believe, there was some sort of like validation error. I don't know. Messages already exist. We're thinking, we route to tools. Let me go block on my tool wrapper. This is where it puts the message in the, maybe this is bad. I was saying the wrapper should be simple, and now here it's doing all this crazy logic. But let me break on there. Yeah, so go. Okay, yeah. So the message is, what's the message? Success. Okay. So I said 23, and it's a success. LLM found a valid field. Is my... Okay, so we're building a message. So yeah, let it through. Okay, great, 23. Least favorite, So I'm gonna say, so wait, favorite number none? That might make sense. So I'll say 2. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're routing to tools. Right, I have a wrapper, my wrapper now, right? So the point is, it's this keyword arguments. Let me look at the keyword argument. The keyword arguments is what the LLMs passed in. least favorite. And it's populated this whole object. Yeah, it's valid. Okay. Now, why is my um I feel like my reducer hasn't run. Maybe it only runs in the circumstance that I was describing, where where two of them run asynchronously or whatever it is. Okay. What? Oh, word blocked. Go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I meant, let's see. I meant the reverse of what I said, right? So just swap them. And then with that hint to say don't do it at the same time, let's see. Okay, so I don't need to block on my router here. Yeah. So it already ran, but what it ran with was, ooh, get bigger. It ran with, or this interview object is coming out the run. That's kind of insane. I guess you could put in the state. I guess you could make it like atomic, where you put in the state. I guess in some sense that's already there with these call IDs, and the messages are in the state. So interesting. Yeah. All right. So whoo. What's the point? The interview object. I'm hoping it's got one field defined, or because I told it to swap. Hold on, I want to see. This is the keyword arguments, right? The keyword arguments is yes. Favorite is 2. Perfect. I think this is correct. It called with one favorite and one least favorite, and I think it might call again later. So, and then in my state at the moment, I think this is the old values. Oh, can't I? Hold on. If my state has an interview object, can't I just do like this? Print state sub interview sub, what was it? Underscore pretty. Go. Mm-hmm. None. Okay. Oh, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. Maybe that's because I haven't implemented everything yet. It's not round tripping right. So I'll say go. And then we do it again. Now we're doing least favorite. Favorite is none, and we're doing least favorite. So I think I need to save the value. Is that something I'm not? Okay, so I'll say go. Oh, one value per step. Yeah, I know. Use an annotated key to handle multiple. Yeah, I know. Hold on. I know. That's what I'm working on. You're like throwing it back in my face. I'm trying to, let's see, merge interview. Yeah, merge interviews. Right, it always prints out when it reduces. Okay, so let me check the output again and rerun it. And yeah. Yeah. Ready, you go. All right, we're starting a thread. What is all this substance message stuff? Oh, interrupt. I don't like, because of all these message objects in the state there, I don't like that log. Hold on, let me clean it up. I'm trying to think through this carefully. And wait, where is it logging that? No, it's got to be in the interview object. Ooh, the reducer's running. identical instances. Dictionary. Let me go read my reduce function. Here it is. So that throws an error. These are identical. I feel like A should have some values defined and B should have some values defined. Maybe I can go trace it and see if that's being saved in the state, but I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, let's go. I know how to check that. That's what I was just saying. This process tool input, that's the point. Whether there was a change or detect it here. We could do change, right? Let's try that for now. I'll say, like that. Do it like that, right? No, I don't like that because I can't throw an exception. If I throw an exception, the state may have changed. No, no, no. You just have to let the state change here. Yeah. That my expectation is to just say, hey, there's an interview object here. It may have changed. This is ridiculous. Process tool input. Let me block. Yeah, there's the tool message. Let me do that and block it there. I don't understand why my reducer. Okay, hold on. Let me also go back. I was saying do 2 experiments at the same time. Where was that when I was prompting it to? Yeah, that's in the schema stuff. Always call. Yeah, exactly. Here. I'll do that. That's fine. I'll do that. That's fine. What is it? Right. Whatever. Okay, I'll keep it as commented code. That's whatever. So that's, I think that's a literally identical prompt. Go. That's the identical prompt. What am I gonna do? So, what do I do? I'll try simultaneously. Right? Oops, did I say 23 twice? 2. Wonderful. Okay. Right, I told it to break here. Yikes. What is this log? Route, right, back in that router. Let me stop logging that. Here it is. This is my stream. Is it a state object? Is it streaming states to me? What else is there? It's hard to read. Oh, I know what I can do. Let's break here and see. It might be like with this event might basically be a state object or a state snapshot object. That'd be cool. If that's what that was, that'd be fun. Let's stop it and go again. That's cool. Get some sea legs. Some LangGraph sea legs. Result. Yeah, so my reducer is running a ton. Okay, here we go. So the value, let's see it. What is that value? Type of the value? Dict. Yeah, but it looks like a state object to me. Messages and interview. Okay. Okay, I get it. For object and value. So then what's the event? What's the event? Oh, interesting. Is that the node name? Is that the node name? I bet it is. So is that basically the node name and then that's the uh state effectively passed in, is it? Or maybe out? It's hard to say. Oh, why don't I play with that? Let's do this. That'll be fun to learn. Let's get some more sea legs. So if in my state, I just do a fun cheeky bool. Cheeky bool. Stop it. Way at the top. Where's my state? Yeah, here. So if I say like initialized, right, as type bool. So, right. I don't know if I can make it default value. I'll just leave it. So then under def initialize, right? I can go, in fact, let's play with this again, right? Initial, yes, true, right? Let's play with this again with this returning only, what's it doing? Stop it. Oh, what's it doing here? Oh, caps lock always does that to me. Returning only the, like, dictionary. I'm gonna try again, just because I'm learning more. Okay, so I'm gonna say 23. Just gonna say 23. Oops. We're returning initialized set to true. Play it through. Right. Event.values. Ah. Interesting. The main thread is, this is the interview loop. So it's in Go here. So this value was called back. Did it jump a thread or something? Run code. So this was passed back. Wonderful. So it's not the state. It's the, it's the state updates, I guess. It's the stream of state updates then potentially. So then this is going to loop through the, oh, we're looping through the values. And then, ooh, is that going to work? Object. So now object is the key. Would it ever be an interrupt? I guess we can find out. So I'll let it through. Go. So then I typed 23 here. Yeah. So now it's processing my 23. The new value, yeah, is, show it to me. Thank you. There's only messages appended. Cool. Wonderful. And that's from which node? The initialize node. Returned initialized true. Now we're thinking. Yes. We start a conversation in that thread. And then with thinking done. Did it call the LLM here with no logging? Maybe. We route. I see. And so that edge, oh, is this like a click of the state? Is that like, is this, I think that's right. We transition through. So by transitioning through, and that's cool. It'll tell you, right? Where was that in the graph? Like this event object, one of these, yeah, think, right. So this is where I can see like where it is in the state. or specific, I think strictly speaking, which node of the graph is either active or executed. And then I want to say this is the output. The messages, that's the output of that think object, or of that think execution. So if I look at this, it's the hello. Think had a think, and it says hello. Okay, I think that's right. So this is just in the, what is this, in the main interviewer? Right, so I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna let it proceed. Now we got an interrupt, we got a proper interrupt. Oh, and look, did it return a tuple? I bet it did. If I look at value, I bet it's a tuple. It's a tuple. Is it like a one tuple? One tuple. So it only contains this object, which is an interrupt. Interesting. So I could kind of, yikes, instead of for object and value, I might say like, I think I will. I think I'm confident enough to start changing this logic from the example. So I'm gonna go values. I'm gonna log it, right? What is that? Event value, event.values. So the event, maybe I'll just comment here, is a mapping of node name to node output. I think that's my understanding right now. So I'll say that's right. So then I'll just say dict, right? I'll say that. So then we would just loop through its values. Yeah, fine. So then what that means is that basically so this is the delta, really, right? In fact, I'm gonna do it explicitly for node name. Yeah, exactly. And instead of event, I'm gonna say like, I think this is the delta, like state delta. I think that's what that is. If we loop through these event objects, so instead of value, it's that. So it's not assistant, right? It's more like, let's see, do I want to print at any point? Yeah, I guess so. So I could say, yeah, exactly. Node right. Right. Emitted, let's say. Or like, yeah, emitted. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So I'll keep that print statement there for a second. So then it's the delta. So then I know if the type is instance, right? If the delta is a tuple, right? And exactly, it's like this, right? Let's see. If the object is an interrupt, I don't know how I feel. It's like that. So if it's tuple and if the first element is an interrupt, we accumulate them. Okay. I still have an exception if there's ever multiple interrupts at the same time. I feel like that may be something else to like consolidate or reduce, but today that's fine. What in the world? Oh, do I have to pass in a ooh, this is fun. Let's actually pass that in. Yeah. Thank you. Let's pass that in. That's great. Awesome. Okay. So we accumulate the interrupt. So I think this new code works. Do I need to keep a reference to this interrupt? It's fine. Okay. If there's no interrupts, we return none? Really? Is that right? Or we return the interrupts? Okay. Good, we're blocking there too. Not sure if that's the right logic. I'm not sure about returning none, but that's fine. I think never return none, right? The conversation could ensue. Go. All right. Cool. So we're going to return this delta here, hopefully. Let me actually trace it out. Trace it. So far it's not bad. Oh, there's nothing? Okay, fine. So let's return initialize set to true. Go. Okay, good. Okay, good. I just had a little syntax error or something. Right. Oh, yeah, that was my whole point. That was my whole. So if it's an interrupt, append the value like initialize to it. Yes, ready, go. And that's how we return that value. Okay, so we're gonna let that go. Oops, gotta go in a new trace. Time travel. New trace, new trace. Whoa. New trace, click. Audio. Okay, so audio. Cool. So initialized is false. There's this massive interview object. And the output is initialized true only, right? So then going into the think node, this is where initialized is true and the interview object is still defined, right? But wait, what happened to the messages object? Is it lost? Okay, I know what I want to do. The messages object seems to be lost, right? And what about this GPT? Okay, your Apple. Oh, maybe at initialized time. I don't like this. So it's an empty list here, right? And then, but after initialize, the output is fine. And then, but going to the input to think is like not populated at all? Or maybe it is. There's the input, right? Here's the messages. Think, surely this is think output. Hello, I'm eager to chat with you. What is this messages? Expand, yeah. Okay. But, okay, so it does a system. So then we route. Okay. Output goes to listen. We proceed. And listen throws the exception. Wonderful. So it's initialized. The messages are all here, I guess. Okay, so let me answer the question. So if I answer the question and the messages persist in the state, then I'm not going to know what to think. Let me go answer the question. 23. All right. So the tool message specifically responded back. This tool message, success. The new messages has accumulated the tool message. The tool message has referenced the tool call ID. All of this is legit. Then this interview object may or may not. Let's look at it. So it should have new state in it. It should have an underscore chat field. Let's see, state. What is that? State interview. State. I don't know. Oh, no. Wrong. So in the interview object, let's see, favorite, least favorite, fine, none and none. Is that right? Get chat. Oh, look, this chat, here it is here. Notable numbers, fields, favorite and least favorite, and value defined here. Yeah, 23. So it's saved, and least favorite is not. Perfect. So this is correct. So this interview object does have the proper data and everything. So that is a good state update. So if I let it go, right? So now we're thinking, and it said 23. So then I say, dislike 12. Okay, state update. So I should see, let's see what my interview object has. I would hope both would be defined now. Oh, in fact, let's enjoy, right? So if I go print the state sub interview sub.pretty, they're both undefined. No, I think I have a bug. Let me go check that. I think I have a bug. Let me go find that underscore pretty. Whoops, that's that base. Hold on, find it this way. Base.py, yeah. I think I might have a bug here. Get attribute. Yeah, it's that get attribute. It's this. Right. This is a field proxy. So this is not LM value cells. This is not it. It's the, yes, it's the interview object. Okay. So the point was, right, this code is buggy. This code is out of date. Yeah, I knew it. This code is out of date. So what would I do? What would get attribute do now? I still want it to return either none or the proxy. So I think it's easy, right? Yeah, because it already initialized. Yeah, I'll leave the logic in here. I'm trying to decide if I want to dry up the logic. I think I won't. So I'll keep this logic. So first of all, you pull it normal. Then if it doesn't start with underscore and it's callable, let's switch the logic because I think elsewhere it's like that. So and the name is not in the blacklist and it's callable, then it's a field. Is a field. So exactly, it's just going to be self dot underscore chat field subfields. Yes, exactly. what is it? Name. If this thing cuts out, it's because this like Texas thunderstorm cuts out the Texas power. We're powerless in the thunderstorm. It's the world's greatest developing country. Okay. The United States is the world's greatest developing country. Okay, so it's not, I don't want to pull it though. So self.chat fields should definitely exist. Fields should definitely exist. The name should be populated, in fact. It's only, right. I can do like this. This definitely exists. Self.chat fields definitely exist. Fields definitely exist. The name exists for sure. In fact, I'll break my own logic, right? So if I do get by name, if it's none, then you can just return the value, right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's how that could work, because it's all been populated by according to its definition. So I'm gonna trust it. So, or you could say, let's see, chat field. That's fine. I'm gonna need it. Be explicit. So if it's none, then that's fine. So I think this logic can go away. I want to get rid of it. Yes, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Drink some coffee and write it cleanly. It's so gross. Okay, I need some water. That's gross coffee. So, um, because now I'm assuming nice tidy initialization. This underscore exists because it's just simply an interview, property, attribute. The fields are initialized, everything's good. So this chat field object, so then if it's none, then we can definitely just return the value. And then otherwise, it's definitely a field, right? So then the point is, I'll do this instead of talking to myself. At this, if dot value, yeah, is none, it is populated, right? That's the point. That's the point. So if it is a, so now it's a field. So the point is then if, right, we just say if not, and value is also good to be initialized. No, so it's chat field, or let's do this. Chat field dot val. Now let's do. Now we'll do none. Yeah. We'll do none. Right. We'll leave it commented out. Yes, exactly. And so it's definitely a field if it's not yet populated. Do it like that. And at this point, it is populated. Yeah, exactly. Field is valid. Thank you. Thank you. At this point, it is valid. The name is valid. Chat field value. If it's none, shoot, where's my glasses? That was the whole idea. That was the whole idea. Got my coffee. I have sunglasses. Does it look ridiculous? It's, Zoom etiquette, not YouTube etiquette. I don't see them. I'll keep going, whatever. Okay. So, field name is valid. So it's this value thing. So let's say like real value, current value. That's the point. Yeah, exactly. So something like that, whatever, the underlying value, but it's going to be that big dictionary full of information. So we make a proxy. We make a proxy. Yeah. Primary value. Right. Primary value. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Boop. Oh, what was that? I should have counted 12. Okay. So it is valid. Valid field. Right? Valid field. So we say, now we call it the current value. What am I going to call it? Call it the chat field value. Now is it worth making a variable? I'm like totally nitpicking. Yeah, whatever. Because I'm going to debug it, and I like it to all be really split. I like to really split hairs on when it's debugging, when I'm stepping through. I don't like all this combined stuff. Or I like a debugger that can, maybe I just could learn it in this debugger if it's possible. Definitely in JavaScript, you can hook into like individual expressions all in the same line of code and all this fun stuff. And furthermore, like in any language you want that compiles to JavaScript, it's super awesome. Okay, whatever. So I think that's the point. This primary value, wait, what am I doing? Yes, this chat field value. Oh, I know. I always do LLM. I always do LLM kind of here. That's the point. We'll do that because it's what came back from the LLM. So I like to track that. So it's a valid field, and that's the LLM value for it. And so then the primary value is LM. It's a value. And then we, whoa, that field proxy. That field proxy wants a chat field object? Does it really? Self._chat field. Initialize it. Metadata about the field. Subvalue. Yeah, it wants it just for its own field. So this chat field object, where is that? Here. Oh. Yeah. So this is going to be oh shoot. Maybe I should make some types. So this is going to be a dictionary. It's all the metadata about the field. Right. Including the definition and stuff like that. That's the point. And then the LM value is the value of it. So then I guess when you make a field proxy, I guess, yeah, it has to know all those definitions and stuff. Does it? Whatever. So you have to pass in the chat. Oh, I guess I could read it. I could go read it. What is that? Field proxy. So why does it want that? So later on, so the pretty printer wants it. It could still be the LLM value there. All it's doing is getting out the LLM value. Then get attribute also just wants its value. Huh. So the answer is it kind of doesn't need that big chat field object. But I'll leave it because the logic's working and I want to just ship this code. So field proxy. Cool, so we passed it in, so that's fine. And then we return that proxy. So let me just delete all this code. I think I can just delete all this code. I don't think I care about any of this. Right? Okay, so that's cleaner. I don't know. Okay. So now, First, we just get it for real. Then we pull our fields by name. If it's none, we're done. Then you pull the LLM value of that field. If that's none, then you block it, you mask it, you return none. Yeah. Return none to represent field something. Yeah. Unpopulated field. That's the point. I'm editing a comment. That's the point. So I can just click it on and off later. That's the point. I like to do that. So then, good. That's the trick. That's the, trick of the whole thing. And then if it is a valid field, we'll log that, I guess. Will we? Yeah, we'll log it for a second. And then we'll return that field proxy. And a field proxy is a subclass of string where the primary value is the is the string, is the raw string. And then all other decorators are available just as properties. It's totally awesome. So let's run it and see what's going on. Do I have, what's this bug? Attribute error? No attribute underscore chat field. Oh, okay. Who's throwing that exception? Oh, I think get attribute runs from the init function. Yeah, for sure. I think the init function is calling it. Where am I stopped in my stack? Get attribute. It's trying to get it. And what's this name? Underscore chat field. And why is it doing that? We're running it here. Where's that baseline 162? Here. Self dot underscore chat field. Oh, that's super bad. That's super bad. That's super bad. That's the bug. That's the bug. It drives me crazy, this get attribute masking. But I got myself into this with, as soon as I wrote that syntactic sugar, I knew this day would come. All right, so this is bad. I can't do self dot anything. Self dot. Okay, that's the only self dot call in the entire get attribute. That's the problem. Okay, so it's not chat field. Let's see. So I'll say like main metadata, right? Because it's the interview object. Interview, chat field, interview. Wait, interview? No, I don't want to do that. This is an interview object. I'll just say main chat field. I don't know what else to call it at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so but that's the wrong code. It's this. Self chat field. No. That's how that works. Then it's not this. Or I could do like this, right? I could do like that. Self chat field. That's kind of cool. So we pull the value. We pull the value by string with this get attribute. We circumvent. So that's the infinite loop is the whole bug here. So then we pull it by string underscore chat field. So I think, yikes, if init is running this, yeah, maybe init runs this code. I may need to be careful. Maybe I will, let me think. Yeah, I will. So I'll just make it explicit, self-chat field. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. So maybe if it's not yet defined, basically this function doesn't do anything. Yeah. Why is it complaining now? 2 positional arguments. Okay, whatever. Wait. Expected 2 positional arguments. Should I do has attribute? Let's see. Is it attribute error? Let's try that. Yeah. And break here. So if that's right. Yeah, exactly. That comment's actually decent. Usually I don't like these comments. Okay. That's fine. We just return it. Yeah, we just return it. And then if it's none, maybe we return it. No, we can get rid of that code there. All right. Something like that. Run that. Let's see what it does. Ever do something? Coffee. Yay. Yeah, good. I was right. So we're yes, and look in the stack trace, that's exactly right. The initializer, yeah, because of that ridiculous, yeah, like yeah, because I'm intercepting all attribute lookups like a fool. Like I'm trying to hide those silly functions that were defined, right? That's the trick. All these fields, trying to hide them. And I tried the standard get attribute method in Python, get attr, get alpha tango tango Romeo, and it doesn't work because apparently that only runs when a lookup fails. So if you have a method, that's gonna work. That's gonna match, and it won't call get attribute. So you cannot mask a method property. I don't know why I don't just like set them to null and then just set them to that proxy. Maybe someday that'll come. Just literally set that property to null and, override that function. Yeah, I don't know. In the object though, I don't know, it's dicey. Yeah, it's dicey. And then if I want to port this over to JavaScript, that's the sort of thing that sounds like trouble. So let's proceed. What are we doing? What are we doing? Running it? What? Stop. Right. Good. Right. So the initializer. So we're just going to run, what is that? No chat self._name. Wait a second. Nope. I don't want to run self dot anything. That's the point. No chat field defined. It's not self._name. It's object.get attribute self. What? I could do double under class. I could do name like that. Is that legit? That looks gnarly. What? Hold on. What? Hold on. Print. I run it. I pass self. I quote name. That get attribute returns a method. I call that method, right? Is that right? No, it's unhappy with that string. Oops, wait. Ah, good. Little typo. Cool. So that's the print statement. And I'm just going to assume it works. I don't want to run it. Take out that breakpoint. I think that works. So if there's no chat field, we're not playing our little trick. We're not playing our trick. So that's cool. That means the initializer can actually, right, it just wraps it, right? Or, Oh, this is the field proxy. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, the interview initializer. Yeah, I knew there was the interview initializer can just carry on calling underscore class and all this stuff because until this underscore chat field is defined, there's no tricks. We're not doing any tricks. That's nice to know. That's good. So all this self stuff here is great. Yeah, look how many times it's going to call that get attribute. Every time. Self.class. All this stuff. But that's fine. Look, dir, all this stuff. Okay. Actually, dir is like the exception that proves the rule, whatever. Off we go. Coffee. Gross. Okay. I think I'm going to let this proceed. This seems to be fine. Okay. Initialize is set to true. My favorite number is 23. So there's an update here. Oh, look at that. Field proxy. That's cool. Because this is using standard get attribute, I think. I think it's kind of using a standard get attribute, right? So that's cool. There's a favorite field. Neat. Yeah, because these are all the bound methods, right? Ooh, neat. So that means it's populated and least favorite's null. Yeah. Cool. And done is false. Neat. And we update the state. What in the world with the okay, so geez, I'm gonna lose power. It's Texas. If there's lightning, you lose power. Okay. State update. Yeah, there's a tool call ID. Wait, this state update, wait, it's the tool message here. Success. Okay. Play. So I love 23. I hate it. My favorite is 11, right? So that should update both. So what is this interview object here, right? 11 and 20. Yes. Cool. Yes. Cool. That's the point, is it's that convenient. That's the point, is it's that convenient for the developer. That's exactly it. Just favorite. Is it none or is it a string? You know, is it not none? You just check for favorite being not none. Or you just check for truthiness, actually. Yeah, you check. No, don't check for truthiness because that field proxy. No, check for not none. You check for not none. No. You can check for truthiness because a field proxy is going to be it's going to be a string. I was thinking, yeah, you can totally check for truthiness. It's never going to be none. No, it's never going to be none. That's the reason the data model is strings only. Yeah. So you just check for truthiness. Yay. I need to go update the README. This is going to be fun to get this ready for consumption. Whew, so the interview, so that's awesome. So these updated, and I told it in one comment that I want to make these changes. And so then if I look in the, if I go to my debug console, so that's the interview object, right? What is that? Yeah, that's the interview object. So then if I do interview.chat field, they should all be in there, right? Here's my definition. Here's my fields. Whoa, roles. That's a bug. Roles is not defined as a bug, actually, but it's not used. I'm still not reusing any definitions in here at all. The only thing I'm really using is for this favorite, if it has a value here. Awesome. Yes. 11, That's a string. That's basically always going to be a, would it be a not null string? Oh dear. I guess it could be an empty string. I guess it could be an empty string. Shoot, truthiness might be a little cheeky. Maybe you could check for truthiness. You could prompt it to be like silence means I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be bad. Wait, get me my run. Get me my run script. Here's my point. Oh dear, this is gonna be bad. So if you say, right, so it's, what's your favorite number? Silence, your silence implies that you love, let's pick a number, 75, right? Or how about 3? Because we have this whole pi thing, right? In fact, I'm getting a little bored of this stuff. Pi and tau as float. I'm getting a little bored of this. Your silence implies that you love 3. So now if I run this, go, an empty string, it might actually become the value. That value is going to be empty string. So I can't check for truthiness. I'm annoyed. So boom, I just type empty. What is your favorite number? Wait, but it didn't. Come on. Ah, it did. As quote, no answer, value 3. Okay. Right. Of course. That value will never be an empty string. It's gonna be, what will I do? Let's do it like this, right? Quotation, right? Right. And then I want to say your silence implies what? What's a cliche quotation about numbers? Your silence implies. No. It's still going to populate. I think I'm completely wrapped up on this super minute thing, but that's, I'm kind of thinking through the whole engine running, so that's okay. Well, I'm trying to think of, would it ever be an empty string would be a valid value? I'm just going to worry about it later. It's at least extremely rare in practice, because then if your silence implies, you know, oh, the joke about 7, 8, 9, right? That's my point. And so if I run that, method object has no attribute underscore chat field. Right. Wait, has attribute runs. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's break there and rerun that. I think because I didn't decorate it, I might have exposed a new bug. So I can fix this real quick. Here it is. So, right, it doesn't exist. So we're going to populate it, right? Go. 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 Right. Method object has no attribute. Quotation. Bound method. Special variables. Any chat field? No, your favorite quotation. Docstring is in there. So wait, why is this? Wait, why would this crash? Init field. Right, inner init field. This is the class method. If it doesn't have the attribute init field, so the class method function. And the reason this is a different, so I think something triggers this bug because I previously decorated, right, as int the primary right, something like that. I believe that'll mask my bug if I decorate it. Ooh, let me just break that and let it go. I believe that'll mask my bug. Good, what is this? Wonderful. Wait, favorite, that's correct. Who's calling that? That's actually a legit, who, is it just my interview? Oh, okay, yeah. So let me stop it because I wanted it to, let's just continue the loop. Let's just continue the loop here for a second, yep. Oh, and you know what I kind of want to do? So if there's result, we'll do like this, right? Messages, right? Like latest. I'm sick of printing all the messages and it's hard to read. Yeah, exactly. If result. Yeah, exactly. Like that. Fine. Something like that. So then we'll just print that one message. I'm sick of MSG. So for MSG, I'm sick of MSG. We're going to just print it like that. Only the latest message and only its content. I think that's correct. So I think that'll slightly clean up the text output. That'll slightly clean up kind of the logs. Oh, and then let's just continue the loop here because the point of it is trying this new data model. So I think by populating, it worked. Ooh, dear. I was wrong. Wait, what? MSG is not, oh, I have another bug. Oh, yeah, just a small bug. It's latest message. Yeah, whatever. Fine. Go. I want to finish my coffee. Let me go off and finish my coffee. Well, let's see. So, wait, user input none. Did I say none? Current collection status, quotation none. Did the user input say none? Why was the user input actually none? Where's that user input? It's this update. It's from the interrupt. Wait a second. Did I hit return and do none, or is that the, I think that's the entry. I think that's normal. I think that's totally normal. No. I feel like there should never be none in that user input. I'm wrong. Okay. Is that a bug though? Go. Oh, definitely a bug. I know. Yeah, it's just a bug. This is dumb. So instead of continuing, I have to user input. That's the point. Keyboard error. We just have to at least do this. because that's defined up here and so on. Do like that, go. Oops, F5, go. That's gonna work. I was looping around without any user input. I have to put in user input. There we go. Okay. So if I say nothing, is it going to update the state? It seems like you might be thinking overhyping. Okay. So what's the interview object? Let's see. Interview object. Quotation. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could explicitly say it's the empty string, but I'm not going to bother. What this is telling me is that truthiness is good. Truthiness is a good enough. And the point of it is I want nice, clean, easy, clear syntax for using this thing. So I want to just say if the field. That's awesome. Okay, that was a massive deep dive on that, but that's cool. So then the next sort of problem is my merge my merger like never runs, does it? Result equals none. Let's see it run, right? So let's run it here. Python, right? Whoops. What is that? Can't open file. Stop it. Right. So let's run it. Okay. So we're reducing these and we know the result. And reduction is always going to have these equals. That's the print statement. Okay. So we're looking for that. We have all sorts of different little banners. All right. Oh, I know. My glasses are downstairs. I know. So let's see. Think. Is this? Testing my audio. Yep. So this interrupt is emitted. Wonderful. I see. Oh, okay. My log thinks that it's a node. It's not always a node. So it's not always a node name. But anyway, this is a secret, kind of key name or whatever. I'm not supposed to really worry about this key name too much. That's the point of it being double underscored. So that's fine. So node think emitted this big thing with some messages, right? The messages have to accumulate into the state. That's correct. And I guess all the token details is fine. Then we're listening. We're listening in a notable numbers conversation. We emit an interrupt. Where is that? We emit an interrupt. Here it is, this value. So a bunch of messages are passed in. Yeah, we'll pass them all in still. And I'll let the UI decide what to do with them. That's the point. I was thinking of not rendering the system message and so on. I don't know. So, oh, actually, this is not going to render because it only does the last one. I think that's, oh, in fact, that's why it's disappeared here. Okay, cool. So it only renders the last message. So it starts with the AI message. That's okay for now. So 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. What's the one about Pythagoras? Right? You might be thinking of saying like Yes, that classic saying in a right triangle, the sum of the squares. Yes, that's it. Right. So done. Oh, it doesn't check for done anymore, but here it is. 3. Cool. Exit. Oh, nice. Oh, EOF error. Did I catch that? Yeah, I catch EOF error. Okay, so let me get out of this. I like this your response though. That's nicer. Like that. Let's even do colon. Nah. Okay. So we're gonna move back to favorite number. That basically worked. Oh, there was the one. Oops. Let me undo that though. Whoops. Undo. Yank that and bring it back. I will. Keep it. And I'm gonna try to trigger my bug again as quotation. So now if I run, it's the fact that it's not decorated. There's a bug. Yeah. Has no method, has no method object, has no attribute underscore chat field. I think that's right. And we're init. Why are we init fielding? We're running. Nice. We're running a init field so that it gets defined. This is during the init process. We want to initialize. Wait, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a bug. This is a class method. Yeah, that's a bug. That's a bug. This is a class method that runs init field. I see. It's supposed to be idempotent. I think that was my idea. So then I could call it, because the point is without decorating, you sort of never, you never have the chance to attach this chat field object onto that function. That's the problem. So then, where was it throwing? Init field. It was throwing, yeah, init field. So then down in the so now I'm in an object initialization. So this is far later in the execution path or the execute. So now we're initializing the object, and I'm saying, hey, make sure, yeah, make sure there's this dot chat field, because I'm about to reference it. So if it hasn't been initialized yet, if it's never been decorated, that's going to add that, that dictionary for the metadata to it. That's exactly the point. And it's supposed to no op if nothing exists. So I have no idea why. Let's see. All methods are fields. Let's see. So that's subject class.init field. Is that right? So that's the bug. Run it again. Method has no attribute. It's not clear to me. Why is this saying that's a weird full exception trace is shown, but execution is paused. Run code, main current frame, don't care, right? Notable numbers, interview loop, main, okay. Here. So yeah, let's stop it. We're back in here. thought, let's see, init field. And I pass in my function. Oh, hold on. Maybe the bug, let me think. Where was that? Where is that? It's here. So I pull it off myself here, maybe. And maybe I need to pull it off my class. Let's try that. Maybe it's as simple as that. Woo! So that would be the real that would be the real like function. We get attribute off that class. I think that's gonna work. I might not even need the get attribute, but I don't care. I don't care. So next, let's try that. Let's see if that just solves my bug magically. No. Wait, types no attribute, not field names. Init. Wait, self._class. Notable numbers. Yeah, notable numbers surely has an attribute, not field names. Let's play with that. So notable numbers self._class, right? Dot not field names. Yeah. But this returns, wait, where is it failing? Notable numbers. Oh, it's when we initialize in the very beginning. Okay, stop, break, go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we're initializing the object, right? Okay, so what's my attribute name? My attribute name is not field names. So let me just check this debug console. You're telling me object.getAttribute of self._class with, should be that function type object. What? It's a notable number. Let's try this. Get attribute self.class. Let's try that. Whoops. That works. And we're getting from the class. So I think that's fine. That get attribute that get attribute wrapper, that's a method. Yeah, that's a method. That's an object method. So that's not going to interfere. So what that means is, whoops, where was I? Here. We could try some fun. We pull the method from the class definition. Let's see if that improves anything. Let's block there instead. Go. All right, ready, go. Yay, no exception. Yay, no exception. So it's not callable. It's not callable. What is this? We're processing all the fields. Ah, perfect. So interesting. So we pull it from our class, right? If the attribute name is not in self.not field names. Right. Cool. We pull it from the class. I guess that's fine. You could say has attribute or whatever, but that's fine. Then the logic proceeds. So let's let it go. Let's see if that fixed my bug. Whew, the coffee's gone. That was gross. Whew, that was gross. All right. Gonna let it fly. Go. Yeah, this is gonna, I'm gonna let it all go. Okay. I'm cliche, your Apple II companion. Okay. Oh, what is this? A riddle? Default, please. Mm-hmm. What is it doing? Has it not? AI message, no worries. Whoa, what is all this logging? Node interrupt emitted. Yeah, we can kind of calm down with that. Let's go calm down with that. Oh, that's here. Yeah, here. Let's log that. Let's stop that. So we're listening. Okay, let's stop it because, whoops. Wait, I did a new line. What is this? EOF error? Oh yeah, I think that's fine. Yes, that's fine. So let's get out of here. Stop it. Here. Let's go back. Yeah, we'll have your response there. We'll strip it out. We'll render the messages out. And then we're getting out, we don't want this quotation anymore. Oh, and I think that fixed the bug. I think that fixed the bug. Let's just do this, right? Let's just bring back these. And what I could do is be like this, def ready. Right. User is ready to start the interview. This must be the first question asked, right? Something like that. But otherwise it's not decorated in any way. So then if we run it, it should say, are you ready? And then if I say like no, right, are you ready? That's pretty cool. So then if I say no, tell me a quick summary of the story of the 3 bears, right? Hey, favorite number, no, what? Maybe, what? Take your time. Wait, why did it just fail? Hold on, I just said no. I just took all this trouble to do it. No problem. Did it eat an input? Your response. First, tell me a joke, right? Go. Yeah. Do I just have a silly bug here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Wonderful. Good. Totally. Wonderful. Simple bug. Keep going. All right. Are you ready? So I'll say, tell me a joke first. So that's not going to stick, right? And then what is this? Reduce. Okay. Right, 7, 8, 9. One more first. One more. Right. So then I'll say my favorite number. Yes, I'm ready. Right. Is it going to store that? It better. Yes. Valid field ready. Yes. Valid field ready. So at this point, it should be stored in this state. Here's my reducer. They're still identical. Okay. Weird. So then if I say my response is, um, what am I going to say? My favorite number is 23, but I need to step away, so I'm not ready to proceed for now. So then what is it going to do? Thanks for sharing. It did store it for me as quote. Cool. Yeah, pretty awesome. I want to add like automatic timestamps, like a bunch of just quick ones so that you can kind of document this conversation as a developer. So ready. Yes. Yes, I am ready. Valid field, favorite, valid field, ready. Wait, did it call that twice? Let's go look at this trace. Yeah, let's go look at this trace for the tool calls. I just want to understand it all. Come here. Here. Let's look at this trace for the tool calls. They should be logged. Yeah, so tools here, let's see. This tools object, initialize true. It's gonna run this GPT here. No, this one. Yeah. And it called it. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, ready as a field. Of course it is. Oh, look, these are in the wrong order. Let me go put them. Yeah, let me just fix that real quick. That's kind of interesting. So when I do that system prompt, so for each field, yeah, this dot fields for field name and fields. Oh yeah, I think I was gonna improve this. So it's for the whole interview object, right? So I can say interview chat field. Yes, exactly. And then the field name, description, it'd be something like this, right? Or field name, chat field. Yeah, exactly. No, it's not. It's subfields. It's like that. That's how that works. Wait. It's like that. So looping through all the fields now, I no longer need this because it's already easily there. Interview dot underscore chat field. Wait, so then why am I bothering here? Actually, yeah, why am I bothering? Yes, it's gonna be in these fields. Yeah, exactly. And here's the problem. Let's do it this way, right? Field keys, right? Right, interview dot underscore chat field. Yeah, exactly. But it needs to be reversed. Right? Why is it passing it in? I actually don't know what order. Yeah, that's fine, right? Let's see if that's needed, right? So then we'll do for field. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll loop by name again, and then we'll do chat field equals interview dot get chat field. Now let's keep it simple. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then off we go. Description, all that's fine. Specs, all that's fine. So let's try that. I think that code should work. No longer looking at the system prompt. Let's click the tracer. So this is a new trace. Ooh, if this thing starts reusing process IDs, I'm in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble. I'm just going to have mysterious messages I don't care about. Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, so, my reducer is still not challenged. Okay. Valid field, favorite. Valid field, least favorite. Valid field, ready. Route to end. Ah. So there's no interrupts because we routed to the end. Cool. Cool. So let me let it go. I think it's going to exit. Oh, favorite number, none. Wait, what? It should have a favorite now. Let me block there. Why is that? Wait, interview.favorite. Yeah, it's all defined. All this stuff has been set. Yeah, let's go check that. Favorite number, interview.favorite. Let's go check that. Why is that happening? Oh, wait, and let's get rid of ready. We're good now. Oh, I wanted to just see this system prompt, right? Oh, look at that. Wait, uh-oh, look at the system prompt. Favorite number. What's your favorite number? Wait, oh, interesting. Hold on, little bug. Favorite, least favorite, collection favorite number. Wait, why does it have favorite underscore number? That shouldn't be the case at all. Is that a process ID? Is that exactly what I was saying? Wait, noted to the end here. Is that no, right? Oh, I should just look at timestamps. It'll be clear. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Paranoid. I'm paranoid. 23, and I dislike 1. Least favorite. Set to 1. Ready. The value is yes. Cool. Oh yeah, roles had a bug. Oh, here's my system prompt. Ready, least favorite, and favorite. And so how's that defined? Whoops. I'm going to move this. It's always wrong. Okay, here it is. So ready, where is it? Ready. Yeah, I think least favorite and favorite may populate. Let me think. I think they're inserting. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to fix that bug now. Okay, whatever. So I think this ready works. So let me get rid of it. So we're back to my favorite number. And then we will run. Let's close the trace out. I think we're fine on the trace. My reducer still hasn't had any. What is this? Oh yeah. I had this bug. So instead of favorite number, yeah, I'm going to do favorite number like that. And then I'm going to do print. Wait, if favorite is not none. No, I'm going to do this. Print I'm going to do interview dot. Yeah, exactly. Pretty print it. Something like that. Let's do that. Let's pretty print it out. I feel like it's not syncing in or something. I'm not worried about this bug too much though. Okay. Oops. What am I doing? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Pretty. That was the point. Okay. Okay. So we get one AI message and then it prints out the current state of the interview, right? And then I'm blocking here, so I guess I'll unblock it. And then, oh yeah. Yeah, let me just let it proceed. So then I'll say, let me think, right? Favorite number, right? No, take your time. Oh, that's a cliche apple. Yeah, all caps. Very finally. So then I'll say, I'll get back to you ASAP, right? So it's gonna say no rush. Wonderful. And then I'll say my favorite number is the number of words in the first I sent to you, right? So it should be 3. Right? Got it. Let me think. That's 3 words. So your favorite number is 3. Let's go capture. Is my router, is my, what was that wrapper? The tool wrapper. Are there any logs here? Did it run any tools yet? I think maybe not. I think maybe not. I'm gonna block here again. Yep. Okay, so lock it in. I don't know. Okay, so it called a tool call now. And it's passing in. Oh, the tool call is saying success. So it's right. Of course, it's already been processed. It's already been passed into this interview state. There's the 3, right? So we're just gonna let that go. Your response, just for fun. And so my notable number collection is complete. What's your least favorite number? 7 or whatever, right? Let's see. Right, we bind it in, and then I'll let it slide, and then it's done. And then that can maybe be, okay, so we're done. Yeah, look at this none stuff. Why is it none there? Because I returned none? No. Weird. And then earlier on, does it, when it does its, wait, none. No, that proxy's like not working, even though it's, okay, let's go read. Maybe I just have a bug in that pretty printer. That's in the base class here. Pretty, right? So looks like it works on the interview object, and it's maybe not working on the field proxy. So if we pretty print, no. Yeah, maybe it's like this. Yeah, let's stop using chat field, right? So there's lines. We start with my class. Yep. And then self._field. No. Let's just do it this way, right? For field name is the interview object. Yes, it should be easy. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Items. So then, what's this field thing? Do I need it? Chat field's already fine there. Yeah, easy. I don't know why the description, oh yeah, the description was needed previously. So we'll just say if chat field sub value, that's the point, right? LM value equals chat field value. That's the point. That could be none. Right, it's not the value. It's like that. That could be none. Then we return none. Yep. Otherwise, it's a proxy. Maybe I'll do this. I think it might be a little cleaner this way, huh? So we will say the field name. We're gonna take the, what is that? The LLM, yeah, so we don't need that. That's the LLM value. So that's the primary value, yes. And that field needs to actually be that proxy object. Let me think. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Get attribute. It's gonna work. That'll basically work. So for the field, the LLM value, we can basically do, I think this is gonna work like this, right? Right, so if you get, let me think. Yes. Yeah, keep it simple. So if it's none, then so the LLM value is in that chat field. That is true. But the proxies also, I think you don't need that LLM value. I think you don't need that. What you need is, so the field name, and then it's the proxy. It's just the proxy's primary like represented. That's going to be the string. Then let's just proxy that pretty. That's the point. I think that's how that works. Go. So is that not pretty printing? Oh, I might need to stop for the day here. Okay, notable numbers. Yeah, let me stop. So I'm going to say love 23, hate 12, right? Okay. Yes. It's one call in the new state. Let's like block it here. So in the new, the new interview update has the favorites defined. Let's see. Interview._done. True. Valid field. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Valid field favorite. I think, let's stop logging that, huh? Yeah, let's stop logging that. That's going to be crazy. So we'll return the proxy. That seems to be working. So run it again. Love. Come on. 23. Hate 11 or whatever. There it is. 23. Wait, did I not say I hate 11? User expressed love for 23. Ooh, let it proceed. Yeah. Look, hate 11. So I think it ran it as two different tool IDs, I'm pretty sure. But my interview object already has the old value for the favorite. So let me let it go. Ah! I don't know. I'm gonna have to stop. I thought I took all the trouble. I started this thing by taking the trouble to write this, to write this reducer, and it's not doing anything. I feel like it's not running. Like right here, it should have, let me let it play out. It's gonna crash, right? This reducer, yeah, I gotta have to call this reducer. This reducer should be, I thought I would expect to throw this not implemented error because I would expect the reducer to get an A object and a B object with different properties populated, and my job is to merge them back together. So that's bad. So I'll continue there. Let me just check in some code and wrap it up for today. Yikes. Right, so we depend on, yeah. Although it's not, so far it hasn't helped. So what have I changed with my real runner? Yikes. As float. Let me check in that runner. All right, so what did I change in the code? Ooh, simplified. So it's pretty printing, and then what else is it? This is a massive bug fix, I think. Self versus class, the class. Okay, and then what's changed in the interviewer? The interviewer is, right, trying to, okay. So in the base, let me just check in something. So, whoops, so I'll say, what is this? Like, another super bad commit message. And then in the interviewer, we'll say, what will we say? Working on, yeah. We'll say, incomplete work on, what is it? On, like reducing and processing like multiple state updates. All right, so I'll push it up. So that's fine. So then somewhere in the README, this is still basically the plan. So when I fix that, we're still kind of there. Get the decorators working. Claude Code can really get the end-to-end. In fact, Claude Code's going to start getting involved in step 2 here. I think more end-to-end testing, and then on to JavaScript. So that's still the plan. Whew, okay. Okay, still deep in LangGraph, but that's cool for today. I'll stop it. Total success. Not total success. Partial success.